Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a quick review on two flip phone devices. As you can see right here on the left, I have the latest Motorola Razr Plus, made in 2023, and on the right I have the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 device. And this one actually received it today. I did not do a unboxing. I did not have time for it. And the Motorola Plus, I had it since 2 weeks ago. This one, I had a first one, and that one had issues with audio speakers, and I returned it, and they actually sent me a second one, and I got the Viva magenta color. I got lucky. Nice color, nice reddish magenta color, and but it only has 256 gigabyte internal, and it's got 8 GB of RAM. The one on the right, the Samsung, I got lucky. I got it in a promo deal for $999, and you could actually upgrade from 256 gigabyte to 512 gigabyte internal, which I got that one. So I got lucky and I bought it. So it wasn't that bad. This one I paid $1,000, and it was only 256 gigabit of RAM. And the Samsung, I got a good deal. They threw in that 512 gigabyte of RAM for $999, and it's a pretty darn good deal. So anyway, so I do like. In fact, I've never owned the. I've had a previous generation of the Motorola Razr 2020 version, and it was pretty good. It was a darn pretty good solid phone. I had it almost. I still have it, but the external screen actually cracked on me, but the internal screen actually still works, and it was a pretty darn good phone. I dropped it like maybe 20 times, and it's still working. Kudos to Motorola. And now on this guy, the well, actually I don't know if it's third generation, anyways, but the Razr Plus 2023. It's nice build quality, but it does makes a little bit of noise when you close the device. It makes like a little bit like squeaking noise when you close it. I don't know if it's normal, but I think I noticed that on my previous Motorola Razr 2020. So I think it's probably something normal. On the other hand, the Samsung, I don't hear that squeaking noise, so they do have a pretty darn solid hinge. They have a nice design. I think they have like little brushes inside here to prevent dust from actually entering the hinges. It's a pretty good darn design. The only thing is, fingerprint magnet. As you can see, all the stains already. The back is glass. It's a nice phone though. It's a nice phone. So I suggest you guys to get a nice cover for it. And this one is a nice phone. I love the front screen. I do love the phone. It has a nice back to it. It's like a little bit of rubber to it texture. It's not fingerprint, magnet, but it's a nice phone. Motorola has a nice phone. I'm pretty happy with how far and good Motorola has gotten. They're the original king of the flip phone, so I got to give them credit for that, even though it was sold to Lebanon. But anyways, so I do like the fact that the Samsung software is pretty good. It's pretty darn good, but sometimes it has a lot of bloatware due to the UI. I guess is the interface they use. But I do like the fact that when you touch the screen, the external screen, it actually wakes up. Let me see. Double tap and it's ready to wake, and double tap again and it will turn off. So I do love this. This is a plus for Motorola. This is a win for Motorola. This one, Samsung, it does not do it. See it? But if you move the phone, it will actually turn on. See it? So it turns on, but it won't turn off. So there you have it. You got two nice flip phones, and I do like the fact that the Motorola internal screen is actually a little bit bigger compared to the Motorola. But anyways, let me get to the point where I was talking about the hinges. As you can see right here, I already have the hinges is a little bit like open in here, and you can see a little bit of dust already going inside the hinges. So I don't know if this is going to be a problem when you have it in your pocket. Sometimes people have a little bit of dust, or if you go to the beach, I don't know how bad this will affect your device. I think I see some videos where they dump it in sand, they open it, they do like 20,000 flip flop, and the phone starts to actually act up. Now, on the other hand, like I said, this hinge looks pretty solid. I've only had the phone for 1 day. I gotta, play with it to see if I get similar dust inside this phone. But anyway, so it's a nice, it's Motorola phone. I do like the external display. It's nice. It's a pretty big darn, screen. I do like the phone, in fact. So this one, you can actually, let me see. You can actually play videos on this one. I already set up my apps. So
the reason for that is that I just
I don't want
couldn't get excited about that phone. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic phone, beautiful piece of hardware, but to me...
Okay, let me see this one. I do like the fact that the Motorola allows you to install on your external display more apps compared to the Samsung.
Recently, and for no reason at all, I asked Mint Mobile's
and I noticed also the Motorola seems to, it sounds a little bit more louder compared to the Samsung, which is pretty good. Like it's a good darn deal that actually sounds a little bit louder. But anyway, so let me open up got one hand recording.
Allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f are you talking about?
Side by side, I'm gonna show you real quick.
Do you know how big their legal department is, face?"
That I review...
As you can see right here, the Motorola seems to be a little bit more taller compared to the Samsung device, and the screen seems to be a little bit more bigger. So as you can see right here, it's a little bit more bigger. It's not that much, but both phones are pretty darn good. They're pretty darn good, But I just gotta keep an eye on the Motorola hinge to make sure, it doesn't act up. I've seen people complaining that actually the hinge, it's loose and it won't fold. See, mine just folds. Mine folds nicely, and let me see. Let me fold the Samsung as well. So now they're both folded. I think half degree, as you can see right here. Let me see how far. So turned off already, halfway. Samsung's still on. Oops, look at that. So the Motorola actually closed itself, and the Samsung is still open. So it does has a pretty good darn hinge, I can tell you that. It holds its hold flip. It holds the hold. That one. So there you have it, my friend. This is a quick review on both devices. I will not be doing a software comparison, for now. So I'm just showing you the difference between these two phones visually. So, and actually materialize, what's the material feels like compared to the flip phone, compared to the Samsung. So I do in fact like both devices, but I think Samsung has a little bit more of a build quality compared to the Motorola device. So you leave your comments below if you have a Motorola or a flip phone 5. Let me know your comments if you like both of them, or why you disregard on these devices. Feel free to share your information. Thanks for watching. Peace.